2 weeks. That's how often a North Canton woman says she sees notable declines in her health caused by ALS, which affects about 7,000 Americans a year. Heartbreaking, but prepare to be inspired by this mother, grandmother, and retired teacher. Our senior health correspondent, Monica Robbins, shares her story.
The problem with ALS is not only a death sentence, but it's an ugly one.
Susie VanVranken doesn't mince word, even as ALS attacks her speech. The disease moving rapidly since she was diagnosed in August of 2019.
The symptoms are hideous, to say the least.
Myotrophic lateral sclerosis is the medical name for the neurodegenerative disease that strikes the nerve cells in the brain and spinal cord. It's also known as Lou Gehrig's disease. No matter what you call it, the prognosis is the same. It's a death sentence.
And the only positive I say with ALS is it gives you time to prepare for the end, which means thanking people.
And the community has thanked her for years as an educator, community volunteer, and for her service on the North Canton Schools Board of Education, until ALS forced her to step down last December. She is so beloved that the Hoover High School Band marched to her home in August, putting on a concert just for Susie. Her alma mater's fight song, fitting for a woman with a battle cry of her own.
It's giving me a new meaning in life, a new purpose, and my purpose is not for me, but it's for everybody with ALS.
Susie's new purpose is in Boston at Mass General, where a platform trial is testing multiple drugs at once, reducing the cost of research by nearly a third and cutting trial time in half. Drugs that are showing great promise, and for the first time in a long time, there is hope in the ALS community.
Gives you a reason to keep plugging along.
Plugging along with Susie, her Hoover High School friends, the class of '74. They Zoom every Monday since the pandemic started and talk about what they need to do to fight for their friend and for everyone with ALS.
Yeah.
Please go there now and sign the petition.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Because it really matters. I mean, they need to fast track this drug.
But what Susie and others with ALS don't have is time. House Bill 7071 could help. It would accelerate access to ALS treatments that are showing promising results in clinical trials, like the one in Boston. But in order for the bill to be introduced to Congress and voted on, it needs more sponsors. Signatures and support will help.
You know, nothing gets done if people aren't willing to fight.
And so Susie fights on, gathering signatures and support for a bill that could change thousands of lives, even if one of those lives is not her own.
It may be too late for me, but I'm willing to fight to help other people.
Monica Robbins, 3 News.
Wow, in fact, Susie is an incredible inspiration, no doubt.